Hi everybody, welcome to this episode of Prescott Gallery of Homes. I'm your host Steve Irwin. Today we have Terri Atkins and Ron Atkins. Hey guys.
How you doing?
Hello.
Thanks for being back on the show. You're a regular now. You're definitely a correspondent. So today we have a special interview that you did with the Yavapai Humane Society
Yes.
and Loree Walden. So let's go ahead and watch the video.
Hi, I'm Terri Atkins, Associate Broker at Arizona Prime Real Estate, and I am here today with Ron Atkins, Realtor. And we're here to interview Loree Walden with Yavapai Humane Society.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here.
Yes, glad you came.
It's an honor.
I always love talking about dogs, and I can talk about dogs all day long.
Me
so.
too. Me too.
We're in the right place.
And I do most of the time.
We have worked with the Humane Society in the past, and we're hoping to gear back up with you again.
We'd love it.
It got a little off track there, 2020, but
Didn't everything get a little off track?
Not the only.
looking to come back and help out the dogs and cats and whatever. Sometimes you got some other animals
We'd
there.
love it. We have our equine center out in Chino Valley too,
Yes.
so we have horses.
We need to go there.
Yeah.
I think we should go there.
Okay, you let me
We
know
we
when.
haven't gone to the horsies yet.
I'll let you know. Well, I'll meet you out there.
Well, tell us a little bit about what your role at the Humane Society and.
I have the greatest job in the world. I'm the marketing manager at Yavapai Humane Society. So my job is to let everybody know about all these amazing animals that we have there. So I get to promote them through Facebook and Instagram, put pictures out, write stories about them. We have articles that go in a lot of the local publications, different radio opportunities, just to let the public know about these amazing animals. Right now we are on an appointment only basis, so we really don't have it where people can just come in and browse as they used to be able to do. So with making an appointment, you can go to our website. Our website does have pictures of all the available animals, but really a picture and seeing them in person is two completely different things. So part of what I do is get to know those animals, which is another awesome part of my job.
Sounds terrible.
I know. It's like, pick a dog or a cat and bring it into my office. And I really try to spend the day with that animal, get to know it. Because if I'm going to write about an animal, I want to get to know that animal and how they're interacting. And of course, once you get them out of their kennel and get to be socializing, take them outside, you get to see their true personalities.
Whole nother side.
Very
And
true.
then so I can then use that, try to write a story, do something that's going to put the spotlight on these animals that are just so incredibly precious. And it is very hard at times because you walk through the kennels and they're just looking at you with that look like, ooh, take me, and I'm like, but it's a wonderful job.
Reason that for now we contribute financially because everybody asks me, why don't you even go walk the dogs? And because I would take every single one of them, and we can't do that, right? We have a dog that won't allow another dog in the home.
Right.
So people have to contribute the way that they can.
And that's a wonderful way to contribute because that helps. Because everybody who makes financial donations, that helps to keep us alive and up and running. We've got food, we've got medication. All of those dogs are spayed, neutered, microchipped, up to date on all of their vaccines. So it costs an average of $750 per dog to be taken care of. So it's not something that we take lightly, so any kind of donation, whether it's your time, donating things to the thrift store, anything like that, it all helps those animals so that we can find them homes.
And the thrift store is not at the Humane Society, it's a separate site.
It's a separate site.
so
It's
people know.
1601 Iron Springs Road, and we are getting new management, so we're revamping the store, getting a lot of nice new items in there. People are really stepping up. I think we did a January declutter challenge. So we put it out there. January, we kind of want to start over, get everything clean and organized. So why not take this time to declutter your house, donate those items to the Humane Society, then the money stays with us.
And that is a good point, because another thing people ask me all the time, they think that the thrift store is only for pets. Pet products.
They can only donate pet items.
Pet items, and you can only purchase pet items.
No.
We'll put that to rest. That it's everything. It's the thrift store, and that goes to help.
Exactly.
The pets.
There's furniture. In fact, one of the girls that I worked with got this beautiful new bedroom set, and there's clothing. There's clothing, housewares, books. I mean, just everything. It's a thrift store.
Right.
So but the money that's made goes
directly to you guys.
Right, stays with us.
So you know exactly when you're donating there, you know right where it's going.
Exactly. Every penny stays with us.
That's awesome.
So are there any other volunteer opportunities that we should know about? We covered the dog walkers, and then I assume they're all volunteers at the thrift store too.
Yes, they are.
Okay.
And right now we're not taking any new dog walkers and things like that because of the COVID.
Okay.
So we've got a few of our regulars that are coming in, getting those dogs walked every day, twice a day. And so right now we are still taking applications, so that once all of the world gets back to normal, we hope, hopefully soon, that we can then have more people come in and get more involved.
But the good side to that is dogs have been being adopted this entire time. It's not like it stopped and nobody was adopting dogs.
No, it's been
Or
fabulous.
cats. I'm just a dog person right here.
I have both. I have
dogs all the
both.
time.
So I know I do that too. And this community is just amazing. And luckily we are a big pet loving community. And everybody has really stepped up to the plate. And I think that part of it is we're home more now. I think people are looking forward to that companionship and that unconditional love that comes with an animal. So like I said, we are open by appointment, but people are just coming. We're booked solid right now through the weekend. Okay. So, but we do get, cancellations all the time. So please don't think that means don't call.
There's still animals that need homes, and so you're not running out.
So in the last couple of weeks, no, I don't think we will ever run out. And unfortunately, and fortunately, because then I'd lose my job. But in the last couple of weeks, we've had almost 70 adoptions.
In the last couple of weeks? Oh, wow.
So it's really been great, because I think, and it's been all different arrays. It's been a lot of cats, some kittens. We've got a couple of long-term dogs that are still looking for their homes, and I think people just need to let go of the stigma of some of these dogs.
Absolutely.
And just jinx, and just get to know them. And that's the main thing is, like I said, if you go to our website and just look at the pictures and you see pit bull, and be like, no, that's not what I'm looking for. Give them a chance. Come down, meet them. When you come in for a meet and greet with a dog, we're going to take you out to one of our bark parks, and you guys are familiar with the bark parks.
Yeah.
And this is where it's going to be your time to get to know this animal, and this animal to show you a little bit of its true personality when it's not sitting in a kennel and there's noise and it's stressful. So they get that. And right now what's really nice too with the appointment basis is your appointment is a full half an hour. So you've got time to get to know this animal. And if it doesn't work, you've got time to see yet another animal or two. So I think that it's just really been a good time for people to come in, see them, and have that companionship. And there's been a lot of people who have said and written in to us and just said, I had no idea that
Yeah.
I even needed this, and just how much that animal has touched their life. And they are our family. I mean, I have it on the back of my car. My kids have 4 paws.
Yep.
So it's just it's a beautiful thing, and I have to thank our community for stepping up.
I know we've been there a couple times to do videos for some of the dogs there, and the personality, when you get them in that park, it is a whole different experience than just walking through and looking at them when they're in their kennel.
Exactly. And their personality changes even more once they get home.
Yep.
And you can see the change in their personality just when they know, I'm going home.
Yeah.
I'm going home. And they jump in the car, and you can just see, I mean, it's wiggle butt time, and they're just so happy. And I think even more so once they get home and they see, wow, that's my bed, and that's my food bowl, and that's my mom and dad, you know?
And people need to give them time still. I think that comes up a lot. That
Thank you so much.
Some people do say, oh, you didn't relax and be part of the family in 5 minutes, but is it there's a 30, 60, 90?
Right, it can take up to 3 months, sometimes longer. Sadly, we had a dog adopted just last week who was brought back the next day for unrealistic expectations.
Right.
So you have to give these animals time to adjust. It's just like bringing home a person, being
It's
in...
no different than another human being that
Exactly.
you meet. It takes us all time to get to know each other, to be comfortable around each other. It's no different with an animal.
And they're still trying to figure out,
Exactly.
is this home?
Am
Or
I going back?
Right. So they just need that time. They need to learn where they are. They need to see their yard. Okay, this is where I'm going to go potty now, and we're going to go for a walk. And are there other people in the house? Are there, other animals in the house?
And I've read, correct me if I'm wrong, it can take 30 days about is the average for a dog to learn your routine.
Exactly.
And to start meshing into your routine. So 30 days, I mean, that's not a long time.
Not a
No,
long
it's
time.
not.
But
Especially when
can't expect it overnight.
the unconditional love that as soon as you get with a pet is returned.
And they know that. And like you said, with them learning your routine, they're gaining their new, because they've been on a very strict schedule with us. You're eating at this time, and okay, well now all of a sudden you want to eat at this time. So they're learning that, and they're checking out the smells in the house. So you might have, potty accidents.
Well, they need to be trained with the new environment. They need to be trained with the new personalities and the new home.
Right. So yeah, it is. It's very important that people just give them time, and with the cats too. People have this expectation that they're going to come home and this cat's just going to jump up in their lap and cuddle. Well, no, this cat's probably going to be under the bed for a couple of days, just wondering what's going on. And I always tell people, it's not going to be like a Hallmark movie where...
Not at first.
where you just all of a sudden have this dog and we've got this happy family.
Yeah, and your best friends.
Exactly.
You got to build that.
Yes. It's trust.
But it is fairly quick. I mean, more so than it is with people in most cases.
Yes.
So along those lines, and this is for everyone, but people taking home a new dog, it's winter right now. It's cold.
Yes.
I talked about some cold weather tips. I am of the, I don't care how big the dog is, he sleeps in the house.
Oh, definitely. I highly, suggest that people do bring their dogs inside. I know a lot of people have outdoor, dog houses that are heated and things like that. But with the elements that are happening, with the snow, with the rain, things like that. And there are those dogs who do prefer to be outside, and they're almost, made to be outside. Okay, that's fine. But, my little 20-pounder, she doesn't really want to be outside. And she, we've got to be careful too now with taking them out and walking them. We want to make sure that, you're keeping them off the ice. Like the last time it was really cold, my dog is Cassidy, and she got on the ice, and I compared her to Bambi because her legs just started doing this really funky thing. But watching out for ice. The other thing is the snow melt, the salt.
Oh.
So if people use the pet friendly one, great. But there's a lot of people who don't know about the pet friendly one, or don't use it. If that gets on their paws, it gets very, very irritating to them. And then also if they happen to lick that and ingest it.
It's not good.
Excuse me. That's not good for them either. So it's just a matter of, being smart about things, watching, letting them. They're very, very attracted to antifreeze. They love the smell of it. They love the taste of it. So just keeping an eye on them with things like that. Also making sure that when you come back inside, we check their paw pads. They don't have ice in there, or how it gets the balls of snow.
Even if you're out having fun in the snow,
exactly,
you got to check there because it'll stay in there.
It'll stay in there. So we just, it's common sense, and of course I am the one that likes to put all the dorky sweaters on my baby girl. So it's not a bad idea to do that. She's not happy about it, but she will do it. So, but
Our dog does not allow it.
It's like, no, not going to do it. So I kind of give mine, you don't really have a choice. You're going to look cute while we're out walking.
All right. I think that's all the time we have.
Okay.
So we really appreciate you coming, and we'll be sure to start perusing the website and see how we can help you out.
Definitely. If you've got any questions, you can, if anybody has any questions, then give us a call at 928-445-2666. And then our website is yavapaihumane.org.
And then you're also on Facebook.
We are on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We're spreading our wings out there. And
Perfect.
Trying to do some things educationally and fun.
Excellent. Well, thank you again.
Thank you guys so much.
Gee, that was a great interview with Loree Walden from Yavapai Humane Society. I learned a lot.
Lots of information.
She was great.
And
look forward to working with her and partnering with her with the Humane Society.
And your association with that organization been for many years now, it seems like. So, but this episode or this segment, we're going to talk about what's going on in the market. So give us an update.
Right, we wanted to kind of talk about the market going into 2021. We all know what happened in 2020, and it actually was a good thing. Well, not the pandemic, but real estate-wise, real estate-wise, we do get people asking, there's people who weren't in the market saying, hey, is the market dead? Did it? No, quite the opposite, quite the opposite. So going into 2021, we just kind of want to give an update on what the market's doing and what some of the experts have said.
Sure.
The market is definitely continuing its trend that we saw in 2020. So even though we're still in the pandemic, we are still seeing a lot of people wanting to move into a larger home. A lot of people are now working from home. So they are really wanting to get into a bigger space. Something that has a dedicated office is on one of the main checklists that we're hearing. We're seeing a lot of movement across the country, really, to various parts. So if you're living in an area where you don't all of a sudden have to drive to work anymore, you can live anywhere and work from home. So we're seeing a lot of movement back and forth. And what that's resulting in is prices have been rising as a result of it.
And prices have, I do have to use my notes. So it was it's predicted 3 to 5% to rise in 2021. And we were up 7 to 9% in 2020.
Wow.
And that's across the nation. This is not Arizona or Prescott specific, although those numbers,
They're pretty close.
they're pretty close, even for the Prescott Quad Cities. So we're seeing though, and I do have a handy flyer, but Ron touched on that there are people who they're keeping their job, and I know some people don't want to talk about California, but they're keeping their job in California, moving to Arizona and working from home. And that's a new trend. And it doesn't have to be, it could be they're moving to Idaho, it could be from Texas to Arizona, but they're keeping their job in another state, but they can work from anywhere. And we think that that is going to be
That's going to continue.
the trend for 2021.
Oh, excellent, very nice.
Right now, we've got, because of all this, we have a very low inventory, so that is impacting pricing as well.
So actually, it's probably a great time to sell.
It's
It
an
is
amazing time to sell.
One of the best. Yeah, if anybody's actually ever been thinking of it, within the next few months is probably prime time. With the inventory being as low as it is, and prices are rising, it's an incredible time.
But you know, even with the upright increase in prices, the interest rates are so low,
And that's
the
gonna-
buying power is a lot higher,
That's going
Right.
to stay.
and that's going to stay on.
Everything we've watched as far as financial people and talking about the country in the future, those rates are going to stay low for a little while.
Oh wow, very cool, very nice.
And this is from some of the experts that, I don't have everybody's, but the chairman of the Federal Reserve, I don't know his name offhand, they're expecting interest rates to stay low through 2023. That's
Wow.
their prediction.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they're allowed to predict or if he made that statement through 2023, but I'll take it through 2021. So it's a win-win market,
Right.
but we really need sellers. So every time I check, every morning, the site-built homes, we're under 300.
Wow.
That's in the entire county. Now, if you add condos, manufactured homes, we were like at a whopping 350-ish.
Like 5 years ago, we had like 4,000 homes.
Yeah.
Right.
It seems like.
So our inventory is just,
Very, very low.
it's next to nothing. So we do need people to sell if they're thinking about selling. And then the question we get is, well, Ron and Terri, where are we going to go?
Right.
Well, we'll help you. There are places to go. And that's where I tell them, well, as long as you have an experienced real estate agent, we will find a place for you to go. Those homes do come up, but you got to be ready and you got to grab them.
That's a good point, excuse me, is that I know a lot of people look online for their homes, and that's a great way to start. What we're seeing, though, is things are moving so quickly. If you're looking online and you've got your list of 5 favorites, by the time you make the phone call to go take a look at one of them,
They're sold.
chances are it's under contract already.
Right.
So one of the best things to do would be to have a realtor, have them looking for you, and jump as soon as they say,
There it is.
something's
This is
here, we
it.
got to go, because it's not going to last.
Because we're doing virtual showings and video showings, and it's just like being there.
Right.
So there's really no reason not to execute a contract if you find something you like.
Right.
Absolutely.
So,
And obviously, we all network with each other as realtors, so we know. I mean, I know what you have coming up. I know what someone else has coming up. So, just sitting around waiting for it, you need a real estate agent to help you do that. But I don't want people to think that there's no place to go. There is.
There
You
is.
just got to know the right people.
That's right. There is.
you said you got to know the experts.
Right.
And that's who you guys are. You're
Right.
the experts. So.
Exactly.
Now, people, you had mentioned this, when people move from major metropolitan areas to the suburbs, unlike Prescott, are you seeing them buying beginner homes or bigger luxury homes, or?
It's kind of been across the board.
And everything.
Yeah, a lot of first-time homeowners, a lot of people looking to go larger. I haven't really seen anybody downsizing.
No, but I
Recently.
would say that the definition of a beginner home has
changed.
because you can afford more
Right.
with the lower interest rates.
So you might as well get the home that you like
Right.
from the start.
Right. People aren't going crazy and getting some massive, but
Right, well, as would be expected, a lot of people have been staying in their homes during the pandemic. They're
Right.
realizing, hey, this worked when everybody was out and about, and some are going to work and some are going to school, and we're all together for a short period of time. That's fun. 24 hours in the day, though, they need a bigger place. They need more rooms.
They need a little bit of leg room.
Yeah.
And, so Terri, what else you got? You got some other publications I see.
well, these were, the state of the market. We went over that. And then, so the buyer profile we were talking about. So a great time to sell, but I'll just read some of these. So that's 31% of all buyers are first-time home buyers right now. 49% of millennials have pushed up home buying plans as a result of COVID-19. 57% of first-time buyers are 18 to 34 years old, and 75% of first-time buyers made less than a 20% down payment.
Wow.
So that's another one. When we have our financial people here and our lenders, that you don't need 20%.
You don't? That's
And,
right.
and that's a whole nother topic, but you don't need 20% down.
Right.
And you can still be comfortable.
And as far as on the buyer side, if you're renting now, if you're thinking of it, now is one of the best times ever. Not just with interest rates, but also investment opportunities. If you're renting now, one of the best ways to start getting ahead is to own your home.
Absolutely. That's a great idea. Terri, what's that magazine you have?
This is my magazine, our magazine.
It's yours.
It's American Lifestyle, and a lot of it is just fun things across the USA. And they take you through, and there's recipes, and they'll highlight a different area.
We have a
Well, that's
neighbor.
really nice because your picture's actually on the cover.
Yes, my picture's on the cover. And then I have client testimonials, and houses are selling so fast that I don't have listings in here right now. But I put my listings in here,
Oh, great.
testimonials, different things to so that you get to know Ron and I. But otherwise, it's fun so that you've got. A lot of people do like the recipes and the
We have a
colorful
neighbor
pictures.
that every time she gets
Yeah,
the new
she loves
magazine,
it.
she goes and makes a recipe and calls and tells us about
Yeah.
it.
Well, yeah, you hit on something kind of important that you should look at testimonials. You should look at experience and history of an agent.
Yes.
Do a little bit of research. Don't go with the first person that you hear about. Actually go around and get some references and read the testimonials. I
Right.
think that's really important.
Well, just like any other business, but I think especially a realtor is a more personal relationship. You're going to be working with this person closely. You're going to be trusting them to do certain jobs for you. So try, interview.
I think trust is really
It's huge.
is hugely important
Absolutely.
with experience, and you guys have that. So that really shows through.
And anybody can have this magazine. It's free, so
Yes,
you just have to
please let us know.
contact me and let me know.
And so, how do they contact you?
My cell phone direct is the best way, 928-925-1581.
Okay.
Terri sells Prescott at gmail.com. Those are the best ways.
Excellent.
And if you're a texter, text me. I will call you back. No problem.
Yeah, and a lot of clients, they're regardless of their age. We used to think that only young people text, but everyone texts.
No.
Right.
now.
Well, and some people say they text and say, "Hey, I'm at work," so text me and then
right.
call me at 5:30.
Yeah.
No problem.
So let's go ahead and wrap this segment up. Give us a recap real quick on some of the things that we talked about.
Market is hot.
Hot market?
Great time to sell.
Okay.
Great time to buy.
Okay, well,
And give us a call.
But we really need your houses for to sell.
we really want that
We
inventory.
really need the inventory, and it's a good time. That one more little quick point. On here it says, "Are you happy with your location?" So maybe you love your house, but you're not in like the neighborhood that you want.
Sure.
This is the time to go.
Yeah, if you
Move
bought
up
your
to
house
that
20 years
neighborhood.
ago,
Right.
you may not have had a freeway down the street or something,
Right.
and now's a great time to get
maybe
really
it's
the house that you really want.
Not the bigger house or the smaller house, but
Maybe it's the same
location.
size,
Maybe
but a
it's
different
just
location.
That's right.
It's an incredible time right now.
Excellent. Well, hey guys, thanks for being on this episode.
Thank you.
Thanks.